All right, we talked to the players. We're skipping straight to the finals.
Oh, here we go.
They're playing for the playmat. Liam is, of course, on Broodscale combo. Playing for the mat. And Steven is, again, on Boros Energy, as we just saw.
Yep.
So we'll go.
So we had two people concede, and then they're just playing for the finals. Are they playing for the playmat?
They're playing for the playmat, yes.
Oh, okay. So
they
they
split prizing.
They split prizing in a different way.
It was a top 4 invite, so they all got invites. And then yeah,
so two people are playing for the mat, and then the other two people are playing for the drive home.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they get to go home early. That's their reward.
Yeah.
They don't have to hang around for an extra long time. But nice to see Liam making it into top 4 with a bit of an underdog deck.
Yeah.
Old Pauper made modern combo. So I don't know what the win percentage or the matchup percentage here is for Broodscale combo versus Energy. Liam sure can pump out a bunch of chump blockers, I guess.
Yeah.
But not very interactive.
Right.
So might get overrun by
Yeah.
Energy if he's not careful. And I believe Steven is the higher seed here. So he should be going first. No, an immediate mulligan. That hand not helpful. I think on average, Steven should have a pretty good time, at least disrupting the combo.
Yeah.
Given that it's a creature-based combo, so both bolt and discharge are nice instant speed ways to disrupt.
I still think it still relies on the fact that, like, is there land disruption? And because Steven's list doesn't have Blood Moon, it's going to be an uphill battle. Like,
I might have a hard time keeping up with
compared
Urza's Saga.
to Charmaw, being able to fly over and kill the Urza Saga instead of just being able to, like, kill it and then they find a waste. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be some interesting dynamics here, but, like, the fact that there's no Blood Moon, Liam just presents turn 1 Saga, not scared, right? Like,
but I mean, this is a bit where, like, even I've had trouble with, where you don't know what version of Energy they're on
until you see throughout the tournament, maybe, and you did a little bit of scouting, and
maybe
like,
you scouted, figured it out. But I mean, there's Liam with just turn 1 Saga.
And a Malevolent Rumble, here we go.
Yeah.
This is potentially turn 3, right?
Turn 3 kill.
All you need is Blade and Broodscale out, correct?
You have to equip the blade to the Broodscale.
Yes, and then play one.
Have something die anywhere.
Yes.
And
Okay, so
then
any of these
you're
Eldrazi
off.
spawn.
Yes. Yeah, so you need a live spawn when it's equipped. Or just any other creature dies. And you
Found the Broodscale.
Yeah. There's a Blade in the graveyard, but this what's nice is that Saga's gonna get him a free Blade here.
Yeah.
Dash Monkey.
Yeah, you can monkey all you want. There's 3
Yeah.
more blades even if you hit one off the top. And I don't think the 1 extra mana is going to matter. Yep, let it happen. Yeah, you just let it happen.
Liam pretending this attack matters.
He may be thinking Galvanic Discharge might help disrupt him, but
Yeah.
you're losing to that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, All right, so he takes a Yavimaya Coast right off the top. That's fine.
You can have that one.
Yeah.
That one's free.
If he plays any permanent off of this treasure, he's essentially forfeited the game. All right, here we go. Float. Float, search. Let's go. Find another blood chief. Burn, spell, or bust.
I think so. If Liam presents land Broodscale, it's over. Well, there's land. Broodscale. Do you have burn spell? That doesn't look like a burn spell. Everyone picks up their hand and puts it back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it comes down to, oh, there it is. Death.
Game. Ladies
Turn
and gentlemen,
3,
game.
Death. How long has it been since Wizards says Modern was a turn 4 format? When did they make
Twin?
that statement of like this is our philosophy for Modern going
That
forward?
was sort of early, and I don't know if that article ever really said it was like a hard rule or not.
Right.
But they said they want it to be more of a turn 4 format. Like, I do remember that language being used. And then some people took it biblical, and then some
To be
people...
like literal, but it's like, no, it was not literal.
Back then, MTG Salvation was a very popular forum, and like I was very active on that. And on MTG Salvation, I remember, like, what's the one weird Kamigawa enchantment, like Peel from Reality? It potentially did a turn 3 kill, and we always joked about it. So does this card need to get banned?
Right.
Right? And obviously the answer is no.
Yeah, because
right?
the stars had to align for it to
So
work.
the people who took it biblical, I think they took it too seriously. But the people who didn't take it seriously at all, I think they took it not using their words impactfully enough. It's like, you know, like Second Sunrise killed you on turn 3. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, it was one of those weird decks.
Yes.
But to have interaction between the turns was always necessary. I think Modern Horizons 1 actually did a really good job except with their force cycle, except for the red one, because what the hell did that do?
Yeah.
Like,
comically bad.
yeah, but like the black one is even conceptually a good card.
Yeah.
Right? Like where it's a wrath of everything that entered in that turn.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. It's a police card for like a bunch of things all at once,
yes.
right?
Like it was the first version of Solitude, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like in a weird way.
Yes.
Blue one obviously sees a lot of play across all the formats.
Yeah.
The green one I still think is beyond fantastic.
Oh,
I think Force of Vigor is like
crazy.
Yeah. The white one is like always been just stupid niche because it's just a glorious anthem with flash.
Yeah.
But
it shows up every once in a while.
you know what? It always catches the guy off guard who's worst prepared for it. So so I respect its presence. And then the second cycle of all the elementals like we spoke about earlier, it's like they're also mainly police cards. So it's just like I think Modern's done a good job of printing free interaction. And when I mean free, I mean like mana free, but not resource free, right? Because it does require a card out of your hand. But mana free solutions to help prolong and have interactive games.
Yeah.
Like the Boros Energy deck technically has a lot more answers within its card pool based on the mana they've chosen. It's just, like I said, since the beginning of this tournament, Broodscale combo seems like a deck where it's like, if you don't really know what you're playing against, you don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
And I don't think Steven
Until
respected
it's too
it.
late, yeah.
It's like, I don't think Dash and Ragavan was the right answer. But you know what I mean? Like, you have to live and learn.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, this infinites with, like, anything.
Yeah.
Like,
right? The answer was like, maybe just like, if you have Static Prison, you just hit the Scion, right? Like, you take
weirdest of lines. The weirdest of lines.
Because it looks like such a bad play.
Yes.
Where you're like, one mana, do nothing, basically.
Yes.
Right? It looks so stupid to be like, okay, like, you take my token, whatever. But Liam used all the mana he had that turn to do the combo.
Yes.
He needed the Scion to kill.
Yeah.
So prisoning there buys you a turn.
You're essentially killing the ruby medallion,
Yes.
right? Like that is essentially what
Yes.
happened in that dynamic. But
right? And like if it was like a Birds of Paradise or a Noble Hierarch or Light
it's
Halfling,
more evident, right? Like
it
it's
would be
more
obvious. Like,
yes.
of course I'm sacrificing
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah,
Like,
for
there's
sure.
no way I'm letting this guy with like a mana dork on tap.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, it's a colorless Lotus Petal. Like,
Yeah.
what's the worst that
So
can
tier
happen?
1 staple Ocelot Pride slams down for Steven. That's his choice of aggressive
A card
start.
that fuels itself.
Yeah. So we are here, and I want to see double Guided Souls.
That would be brutal.
I want to see double Guided Souls or double Ocelot,
Right.
and I want to see City's Blessing on turn 2. It's one or the other, Steven. You're not allowed to do any other play. A Johnny is not allowed. I want to see double Ocelot, and I want to see.
I want to see like 10
I want to see
cats.
City's Blessing, and I want you to have the token in your deck box, and I want you to play it. I
No,
want you
this
to
is
prove
White
a
Orchid
point.
Phantom.
Not. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, come on.
Shoot Saga.
You know what?
The safe. Sorry, I went for the safe play. But really, you could have waited on.
Yeah.
Right? Turn on Saga. The second chapter does nothing.
It's not like it's. And here's the funny thing about it. It's like. It almost presents an Amulet of Vigor issue where it's like, if this card comes out, I'm nearly losing.
Yes.
So I respect the White Phantom play, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I just wanted to see City's Blessing on turn 2 because
Yeah.
because if you don't play Boros Energy for that, I don't know why you're playing Boros Energy, dude. I want to play 50 cats.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh. I want to play, I want to play White Weenies unironically. Have it be good, have
and
people
Soul
die.
Sisters at the same time.
Yeah.
No. Here's Broodscale.
Just
In
jam
the
Broodscale.
fear, there's no fear here from Liam.
No. Just jamming.
I think he's killing it this time. What do you think? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so it's dead. All right.
Steven has learned his lesson from last game. He's like, that thing's got to fucking die. Like, right away.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think...
See, he had the other Ocelot. He just held it off on us.
Coward.
Yeah, coward.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Fucking goblin mass tiger in the background.
Yeah.
You could have played White Orchid Phantom this turn.
Another.
one. All right, now Stevens better have
Oh,
another
is he floating
interaction.
mana for something else?
No, he's adapting. So getting the dude out to make a 3/3. Getting
He's
his
really
Scion.
not scared.
No, just jamming.
Is War Leaders in these Boros decks?
No.
Why not? You make all these cat tokens, and you're just gonna like impact tremors your opponent anyway.
Yeah.
Hey man, War Leader's probably pretty good at this
Yeah,
board
War
set.
Leader's
I
pretty
think
good.
he'd be
Yeah.
dead.
Uh-huh.
Because he's gonna gain 2 life. He's gonna like deal another 4 damage.
Yeah. Another Lightning Bolt.
Oh, Liam just has lands. Okay,
Reveals,
next game.
5 lands. Go next.
Hey, if you had Saga 2 Broodscales, I'd keep.
Oh, definitely. Right, like you draw lands off the top. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Yeah.
But Liam did pull off a pretty neat trick there, where he split the temple mana so that he could cast
Activate the
Broodscale
ability.
and then activate the ability because it's
Yeah.
an Eldrazi technically off of 3, which is pretty cute. Didn't do anything, but it was fun.
Okay, what's the real thematic difference between Eldrazi and Phyrexians?
Thematically,
Like they just corrupt. They just both corrupt, right?
yeah.
It's pretty lame
It's
writing.
more like an aesthetic, less a functional difference and more an aesthetic difference.
One's an organic infection, one's a
like
metallic
one's-
infection.
Yeah, one's like H.P. Lovecraft, and the other one's like H.R. Geiger. That's basically the difference.
Okay.
Right? And you have like body horror versus celestial horror, right?
You know what? The only way to beat the Phyrexians was to have the Phyrexians fight the Eldrazi.
See, what I thought they were gonna do is
That's
they were
what
gonna
I thought. Bad guy versus bad guy set.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
enemy of my enemy or whatever. Like they're both fighting over the multiverse, so they end up turning against each other. For
Yeah.
Whoever's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I thought that they were gonna bring the slivers back, and that you would get sliver Phyrexian hybrids.
That's Foundations 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Phyrexian sliver hybrids to because they're
Yeah.
both kind of swarmy.
Yeah.
Right? The Eldrazi are a little less swarmy, but right? I don't know. It makes
Yeah.
sense to me, right? And as far as I know, Emrakul's still in the fucking moon somewhere, so gotta bust that dude out. Get her.
Mommy,
get her,
why you stuck in the moon?
Yeah. Right. Also, I thought that during the whole War of the Worlds shit going on. I thought they were gonna have to be like, "Yo, Bolus, we need your help," and then they bust him out. And
Yeah,
they
there
use
was
him
so
to
many,
help.
There were so
you
many
know?
good plots they could have chosen.
Right, and after
to
they
take.
win, he like fucks off and is like, "I'm gonna come back for you in a couple of years or whatever."
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Then you still have a
Yeah.
villain, but they have effectively just killed off all of the good Magic villains.
Yeah.
And now like who's left? Like
Yeah.
like Tezzeret in space, I guess, is coming up.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tezzeret.
Yeah.
He's in space. So dumb.
So, Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Are you a big Final Fantasy fan?
I
Have you played any of the games?
I have played 3 and 7, and that's it.
Okay. So dip your toes a little bit.
Yeah, I there was a point in time where like my friends owned PlayStations when I was a kid, and I saw them play Final Fantasy. Like we were playing Magic literally,
Yeah.
and someone was playing the Final Fantasy
the back, yeah.
while we were
There was, like,
we were
three
brewing
of
decks.
you, two of you make- yeah, two play
we,
Magic, one of them-
we were like playing with like Noble Panthers and Sabretooth the Shopas in Invasion while we were playing Final Fantasies. So. Yeah, we were playing. That's what was happening there.
Yeah.
But, so I had a few friends who were playing Final Fantasy, and I saw it. I was like, I was always interested in the games, but like, I could take it or leave it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I know some people are like, oh, Sephiroth, but yeah, like I know
Oh
I
my
get
God,
it.
Cloud.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's Cloud. Like, I will say this though, like the Advent Children movie, that was cool.
Oh, totally.
Like that was really cool. Like I think the story of 7 appeals to a lot of people, and
Yes.
like for its time, it's like, why is this guy's sword twice the size of
Yes.
him? You know what I mean? It
Makes
gave
no
you,
sense.
It gave you that like sort of like, this is sort of ridiculous, but it's sort of cool, right?
Yes.
Like. But I think the Final Fantasy team is like super creative. They're really talented people, and they make some good stories. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't mind it.
Yeah. Like one of the big things I'm looking forward to is like the box art for all the games, right? The artist that does that like style.
Yeah.
Very cool, right?
Yeah.
They did the art for that War of the Spark Liliana that like
Yeah.
sells for like
Billions
$500
of
or
dollars,
whatever. If we get more alternate arts in that style, man, that's gonna be so fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Like it looks so good.
Yeah, I just can't wait for the Spider-Man set to come out, and my preview card. J. Jonah Jameson says, "Go get me pictures of Spider-Man."
Yeah.
It is a blue instant that says, "Tap target creature, put 2 stun counters on it."
Yeah.
That's my preview card. If there's no J. Jonah Jameson yelling at someone saying, "Go get me pictures of Spider-Man," and it doesn't tap Sephiroth for 2 turns, I am going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed, and I will quit Standard forever.
I'm quitting.
I
We're
quit
out.
Standard.
Yeah.
I want to play that card, and I want to tap Sephiroth with it, and it has to happen.
It needs to.
Go get me pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, Steven, do the energy thing. Liam, shown with 4 mana. Lots to do. Got a Kozilek's command, and here comes Ancient Stirrings.
Oh, for Christ's sake, this deck's nuts. So you're telling me it has 8 cards that look at the top 4 or 5 cards of the deck to find all combo pieces at all times?
Yes.
Jeez.
The fact that, this picks up Broodscale because it's devoid is
Why
pretty
isn't this
sick.
deck played more often? It's pretty budget friendly. Like
It
there's
is.
just Urza Sagas,
Yeah.
right? So
I'm pretty
Urza
sure
Saga,
Blood Chief Blade or whatever is like
$1.
yeah.
I'm
For
gonna-
now,
yeah.
Shuko effect. Look out.
Yeah.
And just jam
Wow.
Thought Knots here.
Yeah, so we did see one in Liam's main deck and his sideboard, if I remember the deck list correctly. Let's see what he takes.
All right, pretty good hand here. Getting a little worse, but
Takes a
Ocelot
Johnny, leaves
Pride.
him with the baby cat, takes the big cat.
Yeah, I think that checks out. I think Liam can more, or actually, you know what? It's close.
Yeah.
I think taking a Johnny matters more because at least Steven's cats are still blockable.
So I have to ask in this situation, if you're playing Boros Energy and you're losing the impact of Gigantha, is the White Orchid Phantom like even better than Stone Rain at this point? Because you can just kill any land. Like say you had like Stone Rain and Blood Moon kind of thing. Like, is that package good or is just the creature better? Do you think the creature is like sort of better conceptually? Because like you're losing...
it's a pretty effective creature. Like it flies, it's got first strike.
Yeah.
Right? Like Ghost Quarter on a stick is like pretty strong. I think a close comparison for me would be like Cleansing Wildfire. You know, you still blow up a land, but you have to draw a card at cantrips.
The problem is that if you search for a basic, right? Like I just think like throughout this tournament, we sort of seen like the way Steven's approached this decision. His main deck is stacked, right? Like it has no Blood Moons, it has no fluff essentially, right? But his sideboard has been hampered because like he needs to run 3 of these White Orchids now. They could be circumstantially good, but in this same situation, it's just like, well, how good was it, right? Like, could you imagine having Blood Moon game 1 and being able to crush that Urza Saga before it went off, right? There's just some situations you sort of have to think of when it comes to stuff like that. But like,
I think a lot of players. Like, Blood Moon's been around for so long, people have like respected it for so long. But I think people take it for granted a little bit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, they'll just fetch basics, it's not that good. Like, that doesn't happen in every game.
Right.
People don't always have the luxury of fetching their basics, right?
And now, I don't remember Liam's list, but I do believe there was also a waste in the list. So he chose to get a forest at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because on Broodscale, both the mana cost and the adapt are 1 green. So he does need like a critical amount of green mana, and his halflings do give him the colorless he needs.
Yeah, that might have been the deciding factor there,
Right, where it's like, you know, halfling at least still gives me 2 colorless, right? He's got Kozilek's Command in his hand. Looks like he ripped Dismember.
Yeah, and it's just a generic mana. It's not a colorless requirement, right? So like the only colorless requirements that we've seen so far is the Thought-Knot Seers that have been cast.
Yeah. And now Depths Caverns also gives him that option here, so...
Unless you play it turn 0, then it does not have that ability anymore.
Then you're like, whoopsies. Mess that one up.
But we see a Kozilek's Command.
Yeah, Kozilek's Command, Dismember, Broodscale is what Liam is packing.
So if you're Liam, how do you see the next 2 turns playing out here? So he's passing. So Kozilek's Command is definitely the hit. Now, what are we going to target here? Are we going to go for the...
I think I'm tempted to see what Steven does.
I don't think the life total matters, so I don't think the Ocelot matters.
No.
But what I think matters is the actual pressure that's being brought.
Yes.
And I think that's Guide of Souls.
Yes.
So I think
evasion.
I think before combat, at the end of the first main phase, he has to exile the Guide of Souls.
Yes.
Otherwise, the trigger's on the stack.
Yes. Yeah, he has to go Guide of Souls #1. And the question is, does he still... does he want to get White Orchid Phantom as well? Because it's currently also the other thing he can't block. So yeah, letting Steven diversify his damage here by targeting
we have a
the
Dismember.
Ocelot Pride. So yeah, Dismember on Ocelot Pride, which...
So he doesn't want the board going wider.
There's a lot of damage. Well, also because Steven is targeting it with the jump ability of Guide of Souls. So he kind of has to here.
I don't think he loses the energy because the
he
ability...
does. There's 2 separate triggers to it. One to target, and then once it's targeted, then you may pay. Yeah, so it's whenever you attack, you may pay 3, then when you do. So yeah, you pay 3 energy first, then you target a thing, and it gets, and that trigger gives it the
so they're just
counters.
shortcutting, so the counters were put on, but okay.
Well, no, there is a break where Steven pays 3, and then you get to respond to the, like, before the counters go on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, I thought it was 1 trigger, but we'll keep going, but yeah.
But, Steven jams the ring, so now Liam's got 5 life and needs to... This is his opportunity to try to win, because I do believe that Glaring Fleshraker is lose life, which does beat ring.
Let's look that up quickly.
Right, because ring prevents damage, but loss of life is not damage. Ask your favorite ad nauseum player.
It
deals 1
to
damage.
each opponent.
Okay.
So it does deal the damage, yeah.
But
so
what's nice is that
if you kill him on upkeep,
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
Same
the
thing
combo is
happens.
effectively instant speed.
Yes.
So here comes Fleshraker. There's Blade. I think Liam's last card is...
So is this deck better than Yawgmoth?
Maybe. I don't know, maybe Liam's
Right?
last card
Does
is not.
Yawgmoth have 8 2-mana cards that like look at the top X cards and like disrupt the heck out of your opponent?
It's over.
Yeah. Like this is
quit.
crazy. Why is
Pass.
this deck played more often?
Upkeep. Kill you.
Cycle you. Well, he's already done it 1,000 times. Like the Broodscale has infinite 1/1 counters.
He gets to respond here, actually.
But then he gets to respond again.
He needs a second... Does he have a second Scion here? I think is the question. didn't have a second Scion.
Okay.
So yeah, there was a window. If he had 2 Scions, then yeah, Steven's fucked.
Well, now that Liam's at 5, that's it, right? There's 2 in the air coming.
Does Steven have bolts?
He has a concentrate.
So probably. But yeah,
So Liam needs another Broodscale right now.
Yeah,
Next turn.
Yeah, so I think
He needs a turn, and then he needs to draw for that turn.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I think the mistake here is starting to bite him, where letting Steven, use the Guide of Souls trigger, forcing him to kill the Ocelot Pride with Dismember, is what's costing the game. Because this Watercard Phantom could be an Ocelot Pride,
Yes.
right? Instead, just like a 1/1.
Yeah.
Right, you kill Guide before main phase, and then you Coastal's command the other one. All right, Static Prison on Steven's side, and looks like no burn spell.
Or Kraken and Windswept Teeth, probably finding the basic planes. Oh no, shock.
Sure.
Yeah, life totals are whatever in 0, right? So it just doesn't matter, but... Thought Seer is still holding the ground against the Raptor and the Cat, but...
Static Prison will force Liam to go to 2?
Now, do you take the Thought Seer here? If you take the Thought Seer here...
Do you get 1 extra card?
Yeah.
I think so. Right, because Liam needs to rip, like, pretty good off the top to combo off, so I think taking the Thought Seer makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Taking the Flesh Raker.
Okay, Flesh Raker gone. Okay. All right,
Raptor.
here we go.
Spin to win. Lightning bolt at the top. Oh my!
There you go.
That's it.
Raptor does it.
Unfortunate. So close.
Raptor does it.
Wow. Well, Steven takes it down with, to no one's surprise, Boros energy. But I mean, that was very close.
Yeah.
Certainly, this Broodscale deck has some legs.
Yeah, I fully blame this colorless concentrate that gave him protection for a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because Steven was tapped out,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
So the fact he had protection and that it deals 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think actually the mistake was that Liam should have went off a little bit on his turn actually. Because he can still go off, it deals no damage to Steven. He makes a Broodscale infinitely large.
Yeah.
And then on your upkeep, do it again, kill you. Or I guess
Yeah.
he still gets to bolt the...
Flesh
or no,
Raker.
yeah, he gets to kill the Flesh Raker.
Or you just sit and wait.
Yeah, you just chill with your million dude.
Yeah.
And then wait for them to do something.
Yeah.
And then you respond by going off.
Yeah. It's a little weird, but like
It is.
I wouldn't have played it any differently. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, there was maybe a more optimal line, I think, regardless of how optimal your play was at the end there. Like,
Yeah.
the game ends the same.
yeah.
But
yeah.
there is argument to make your Broodscale, infinite power, right? Infinite toughness, just a huge dude. And then, yeah, you probably just wait and see what happens.
Because there's no act of treason. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
there's not like
Yes.
it's not gonna. It's
I
not
don't
gonna
think
hurt you.
Boros Energy is playing.
Yeah.
What is
Claim
it?
the
Claim
firstborn?
the firstborn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
steal your guy, hit you for 1 million power.
Yeah, that's the next tech.
yeah.
I'm gonna steal your flage.
Yeah, once Belcher goes away, they take Untimely Malfunction out. They put in Clay the firstborn, but this is the next top deck, and they steal your Broodscale to kill you with it.